Hi friends, my name is Uni Colleges and I'm an overseas consultant, and I've been guiding a number of international students who wish to travel abroad for the higher studies to Canada. Now this is an online session that I've specially made for the students who are interested to know everything about taking admission into different institutions and how to process their visa application. As you know, Canada is the second largest country in the world. If you talk about the size of the country, the environment for the international student is very welcoming. There are different places that you can study. Majorly it's Toronto, it's Vancouver, Edmonton, Winnipeg, Medicine Hat, Calgary. There are different number of courses that you can choose from depending on your previous qualification, your choice, your interest in. To simplify the admission process, Canadian government have recently introduced in year 2009 is called SPP, it's Student Partner Program, and in this they have got like 42 institutions which are at different places, Toronto, Vancouver and all these places. So you need to compete with the requirements of those, and they are all public funded or the government institutions. They are world renowned. While applying for your admission to Canadian institutions, you need to be a little bit hurry up, because of you have to complete number of things. Initially is the deadlines of the intakes, secondly is entry criteria, and then is your English proficiency, and then you need to be very careful that there are even deadlines to put up your visa application for some intake. Now while applying for an admission to any Canadian institution, you need to make sure some very important things, and on the basis of these things your admission will be decided by that particular institution. Out of those major points, the first major point is you should have your academic score, means percentage of the last qualification should be more than 50%. Second point is you should have gotten IELTS as per the required by the institution. Normally, if you talk of the IELTS requirement, it's like if you are applying after 12th, then you should have scored like 6 band overall with no band score less than 5.5. Secondly, if you're applying after graduation or if you're applying after post-graduation, then your IELTS score should be more than 6.5 band with no band score less than 6. Now, along with this, the third major point is education gap. Now, gap is something, the day you completed your last qualification and the day you're putting up your application for the visa or for the admission, the time duration between this. Now, this is a very crucial point in Canada, right? So, whatsoever you've done into this, right, you need to mention these details in your application, because this is the most important point. Now, coming up to the fourth major point is your course selection. Please, reminding again, this very important point that the course selection has to be in an addition, and you can say in a collaboration, or you can say in a competence to what you have done earlier. Right? So there has to be some competency done between the previous qualification and the course that you have chosen in Canada. Because if you choose a course which is not relevant to your previous studies, then there might happen some chances that the visa gets rejected. Right? So this is a very important point. Now, if you are an international student to Canada, then while putting up your visa application, you need to demonstrate funds also. Right? Now, fund means you need to prove that you have gotten availability of tuition fee plus living expenses. So on an approximation, living fee is varied between like $11,000 to $20,000, $21,000 depending on the course, right? And along with this, the maintenance funds, as per the Canadian government system, they say it's an annually coming like $10,000. Now recently, this year September 2012 only, they have introduced a new system which is like GIC. It is a guaranteed investment certificate, and under this you have to deposit 10,000 Canadian dollar to their designated bank, which is Scotia, right? So there is a simple process that you can opt for. And okay, along with this, if in case you don't want to go for the GIC, right, then you can even opt for education loan, which is equivalent to the 10,000 Canadian dollar. Let's now discuss about how the flow chart of an application it happens while you apply for Canadian student visa. Initially, the process starts with offer letter. Now, offer letter is a document which states that you have got an offer in place, and depending on the documentation that you provide to that institution, you get an offer of place, right? So it starts with offer of place, and the documents which are required are very nominal, like your passport, your IELTS score, your academic documents, and application fee. Now, as soon as you have got your offer letter with you, then you have to get your medical done. There are a list of doctors which have been prescribed by the Canadian government, right? You can get on the website here, and along with this, you have to pay your first year tuition fee to the college account, right? And then you have to go for either for the GIC, and you have to deposit $10,000 to the Nova Scotia bank, or you have to get an education loan of amounting equivalent to 10,000 Canadian dollars. But preferred option from the Canadian government side is you should go for GIC, right? And then you fill up the documents related to the visa, like visa application form, additional forms, and then last stage comes is visa filing, right? Now, as soon as you file a visa, it takes normally like three weeks to come out with a decision of your application, what will happen to it. Now, once you have a visa, then you go for air ticketing, then you go for your Forex, and along with this, if in case you need any additional thing, you can put a request to that particular institution related to an airport pickup sometime, right? And now, sometimes people, they don't have, their knowns, their loved one there. So in that case, they feel, a little bit uncomfortable that they're landing in a new place. So in that case, Canadian institution, they're very friendly, right? So now, only thing what you have to do is, you have to put them an email requesting for an airport pickup, right? And along with this, if in case you need some initial, stay option from them, you can even email them, right? Each and everything is available for some cost in some institution. Otherwise, some institution, they're offering these things as free to you. Now, only thing is you need to check it out, what is actually happening. Now, I wish to brief about what we guys are, what Globizz is all about, right? We are a leading overseas education consultant in India, and we have been getting inquiries from worldwide, different part of India, different part of other countries of the world, right? And the number of students who put us with the details and they are getting benefited with us. We are working with a huge team, expertise, and different departments. So whensoever you send us in detail, we have an in-house system out of which we provide each and every detail related to admission, how each and everything gonna happen, like from admission till the pre-departure sessions. Alright, so there's a dedicated resource to each and everything, right? So whensoever we have an input from your side, we start working on to it. The best thing about our company is that we are not charging anything from the student, right? All the services that we're providing to our all online students is all free of cost, right? So there's nothing even hidden, because number of people, they say and they think even that there's no free lunch in life. But trust me, we are not charging a single penny from the student, right? So all the services that I've listed here, we're doing it free of cost, and exactly you don't have to pay anything out of it, right? Okay, now let's talk about how this whole system gonna work, right? Now try to understand, we're living in an e-world, and everything is happening, it's electronic now, right? Everybody is having an access to internet, right? So the whole service that we do is being planned in a manner that you don't have to get out of the house, right? You have to sit in your house, you have to plan there and then. You get each and every service packed there at your house, right? Now, if you talk of admission, you send us the documentation by email. Now, when it comes to visa filing and all these things, we fill applications here, or we guide you how to fill application from here on phone, on a different media like Skype is the best media. And along with this, if in case some documentation are to be sent, we try to send you the documentation by courier. And finally, where you have to lodge the application, we're telling the addresses also, right? So this is how this whole system is working, and it is working effectively because it's an e-world. So this is what we say. You save a lot of your time, energy, and moreover, you have to travel places. Now, normally what happens is this: a student travel places, where's this shop, that shop, related to find the information on. Now it's a single stop shop that we have made for the students. Now they don't have to travel to the places, and moreover, they don't have to get in any kind of problematic situations, because here what we are providing is totally transparent. The deal we do, the way we treat to the student is totally a transparent manner, right? So there are a number of students who have been benefited from this, and I wish you luck for all your application, and I wish to thank you for listening me, right? Now you can send all the details to us so that we can get a win-win situation for you. Thank you.